Hi, my name is Alyssa Benalis, and this is my final project. So, I'm doing the problem of ensuring animal welfare in food production. So, these are my table of contexts. First, I'm talking about the problem, then why it matters. I'm going to go into origins and history, then proposed solution 1 and 2, making it happen, my challenges, conclusion, and then my references at the end. So first, let's talk about the problem. What is wrong with the current system? There are over 90% of animals raised for food in the US. Over 90% of animals raised for food in the US live on factory farms. And as you can see in the picture, the top picture, that is what factory farms look like. And it's terrible living conditions for the animals. They're very crammed, they have no space for anything. It is just like sicknesses can spread super easy. It's just not a good place to store animals. And yeah, but they suffer from cramped cages, like I said, lack of natural light, and restricted movement. Um, their practices include debeaking, tail docking, and force feeding. This and all of this can lead to physical pain, stress, and even death. Why it matters. Animal welfare affects everyone. Antibiotic overuse contributes to drug-resistant bacteria. Poor treatment leads to lower quality meat, eggs, and dairy. There are also environmental impacts, which are methane emissions and water pollution. The origins and history. So how did we get here? There was a rise of industrial agriculture post-World War II, and overall, the main focus was maximizing efficiency and profit, and that still is how it is today, you know. And like focusing on these characters, you kind of like are blindsided and forget about, caring for the animals and making sure they're in safe and non-harmful areas or like, you know, yeah. Um, the government encouraged mass production, and again, like because they're doing mass production and they're trying to feed for so many people, they don't care about the conditions that the animals are living in, which has its consequences, and that needs to be fixed. Animals are treated as units and not beings. So, proposed solution 1 is higher welfare farming and technology. The right of vertical farming, which eliminates soil-based confinement and reduces the need for livestock feed indirectly and provides animal systems by shifting demand towards plant-forward diets. This is mainly talking about like plant-based meats. That could be a really big thing for the future, and that would be really helpful in taking away all those animals that are harmed. If we did like half the amount of animals that are like you have all your animals and then you take away half. If we just did half, all food was plant-based meats, you would already have like half as many animals that are being like harmed or like killed, and the other half they're still like in not good conditions, but the other solution is a better one for the other half of animals. So basically, plant-based foods could probably be a really big coming for the future, and vertical farming can do that. Also, feature emerging tech in sustainable farming, for example, robot farming like iron ox automate crop production in controlled environments, enabling a shift away from factory animal systems. And this is proposed solution 2 that I was talking about in the previous slide, lab-grown meat as a solution. This is the cultured meat grows muscle and fat from animal cells without killing the animal. It's ethically sourced, sustainable, and eco-friendly, and it requires no antibiotics, fertilizers, or animal feed, and it could reduce global cattle numbers dramatically. Specifically, there's only 150 cows needed. Making it happen. So these are the steps to success. Government policies, people would need to take a loan for humane practices, education campaigns, empower ethical consumer choices, partnerships with restaurants and retailers, support new technologies like vertical farming and autonomous robot farms, integrate animal-friendly policies into climate and sustainable frameworks. And there are challenges that come with these two solutions. So the first solution, its challenges are technology gains like vertical farming reduce pressure on traditional livestock systems but face high costs and high energy demands. And also the adoption of automation, robot farms may disrupt labor but help shift food production away from animal-based systems towards sustainable plant-based production. And for solution two, the challenges would include high production cost, it's more expensive than conventional meat, and investments from NASA, Tyson, Cargill, and various governments. The conclusion is why it matters for the future. Animals deserve humane treatment, and welfare practices lead to better food and healthier planet. And we, as a whole, can help animals and make sure to ensure their safety in food production by using certified humane products and supporting reform. And these are my references. And yes, thank you.